Good morning, it's Jan from Twink Stamping, an independent UK demonstrator. I'm out in my studio today. It is red hot out here. We in the UK are having some lovely weather. I'm not going to complain, but I am rather warm. Today I haven't got anything prepared, and that is very honest. Absolutely nothing. Last week I showed you the Sentimental Rose card kit from Stampin' Up. These are now available from Stampin' Up. This particular kit is £18. I've already gone through it with you before. I'm not going to go through it with you again. But today I did think I would... I'm going to try and do perhaps a one sheet wonder with the stamp set that comes with it. We'll just see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. As I say, I haven't prepared anything. I have been really busy. Done a lot of tidying up and a lot of, you wouldn't think it if you looked around in my room, but I've been doing a lot of clearing up, chucking things out, and you know. So I'm just going to wipe my stamp because I have been playing with it. Right, as I say, I haven't got anything prepared, nothing whatsoever. So today I thought perhaps I would use, I'm definitely going to use the rose from the stamp set, and I'm definitely going to use the leaves from the set. I may use a couple of other background stamps just to give it a bit more. I don't know. No, I'm just going to go with the flow, okay? I'm only going to use two colours, and that is Floaty Flamingo and Grey Granite, because they're the two colours that are out on my desk. So just going to go with it. Now, do I want to use it as background paper, or do I want to... Yes, I think I will use it as background paper. So you have to be really careful when you're using the ink pad, because you're likely to get it on your fingers when you're holding on to the block. I'm just going to grab a piece of, if I can get one, a piece of paper. I'm going to pop this underneath or near me, because I like to, what I'm going to aim for is a lot of light colours, not full on. So let's see. So I'm going to stamp off once and see how we go. So I'm going to sort of try and work out roughly where I want to go. I don't want it to be too in your face. That one didn't come out too well, but I'm not really bothered about that. I am going to pop my mat underneath. I need another clean piece of paper. How are you all doing today? As I say, it's beautiful weather here in the UK at the moment. Not sure about how the social distancing is going out there. When I drove along the seafront a couple of days ago, when we first got the nice weather, it was packed, absolutely packed along the beach and along the promenade. So who knows? Now, some of this is not coming out brilliantly. It's probably me not stamping up properly. So I'm going to ink it up. I might change the mid-block actually. So I've done 4 because I may cut it. But I think what I'll do is I will carry on and just do random and see how we go. Well, I can't ever do random It's sort of in my head. I know what I want to do. That's better. So stamp on, stamp off, just fill up all the gaps. I'm off to my aqua aerobics class in a minute. So I've really, really enjoyed. It's lovely to be back in the pool again. I'm just hoping that when Boris starts looking at how the all the data's going for the Indian variant of the COVID, that we don't go back into any sort of lockdown again. Because I've really, as I say, I'm really enjoying it. So just putting it virtually everywhere on this page. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. I hope that's not too far off the shot. No, it's okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to go in and fill up all those holes. It's going to look a bit messy for a while. Now they're going to be really light this time, so stamp off quite a few times. I don't know if you can even see it. Oh, they look beautiful. It looks a complete and utter mess at the moment. And one thing that I've found that I tend to do is when I'm doing things like this, I get a bit carried away and I get ink on the sides of my block, which is not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. Oh, time to get a wipe out so I can clean it. Sorry for the rustling. There we go. So I do get a bit carried away. So have any of you put a new order in for your favourite products? Because I know some of you are actually demos. You know, what's your favourite product? Some beautiful stuff, isn't there? So I'm in love with the kits. They make life so easy. Not having to think about anything. You just pick your kit up and start playing. This is looking lovely. So it probably looks like a complete and utter mess to you. But close up, I can assure you, these flowers look gorgeous. Right, I'm running out of space now, so that's telling me to stop. So there you go. So it does look a bit of a mess, I must admit. Just give my stamp a quick wipe. I don't know if you can see. That looks awful, but that's giving you a headache. Can you see? It's so very subtle, but it looks nice. Trust me, it looks nice. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to use my leaves. Once again, I am going to stamp off. I'm not going to go give it the full force of the colour. and I'm going to just add this. Where I think it should be. Say you may not even want to add the leaves. And say it does look a bit of a mess on the page, but we'll see. If I don't like it, oh, silly girl, that's a full on. So I'm going to have to do a couple, aren't I? Even it out. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. We'll do a few of the full strength ones. Actually, I quite like the full strength ones. It's not looking too bad. You're probably looking at it and thinking, oh my word, what has she done? But we have to try different things. And I just thought, I fancy doing this. It's quite difficult because you can't see. I don't suppose it really matters where you put them, because you can't see the full flower anyway. Just go in there and put them anywhere. I think I've had enough actually of doing that. Right, I'm going to stop there. I have got a gap, but I'm not going to worry too much. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut it and perhaps make a couple of cards with it and see how we go. What to think? As I say, I have nothing prepared today, nothing at all. I was getting myself a bit stressed out, worrying about it, and I thought, do you know what? Does it really matter? Does it really matter? And the answer was no. So, right, I think what I might do a square card. I might do a square one, a 5-inch square card, and see how that looks. So, I need to cut this. 10. I know it's a bit of a waste of card really when you do a square one, because you can only actually get one card out of a piece of A4. But I want to do a square card. So say these it is really worth you having a quick look on the website at the kit collection. I mean, if you don't like the particular one that I've shown you before, there are plenty more on there, And as I say, the price point is fabulous, I think, to give you a whole kit of products for you to use. I think it's great, a really good price point. Right, so we've got a square card. So I think what I'll do is I'll mat it with grey granite. So get your cutter back out. So I did that at 5 inches or 12.7, 5 inches. So I'm going to do it at 4 7/8 square. 4 7/8 square, and that should give me a nice little border around the edge, which it does, which is lovely. Then we'll cut this, and I think I'm going to use, quite like it, I do like this, you know. I think I'll use this side. So if I cut that at 4 7/8, I'm going to cut this one at 4 3/4 of an inch square. 4 3/4 inch square. So typical, I got the bit that was blank. I'm not going to use that bit. I want to use a piece that's all done. What did I say? 4 3/4. So there are plenty of kits for you to choose from, and all of them are absolutely gorgeous. I will be showcasing some more of these kits for you to help you make up your mind. That is going to sit onto here with a very small border around it. Very small border. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out, and let's see if I've already got one cut out in my box. I thought perhaps, what about a flower? Yeah, I've got some, yes, I've got some spare card here. Let's stamp a flower, which I may or may not use. Sorry about this. I am dithering a little bit, aren't I? Let's see. Let's just see how it goes. Right, I'm going to stamp off once. I want my mat underneath. I don't want to risk not coming out. Just stamp once. That's it. One of those. Let's see now. So shall I cut this one out? Cut this out. If only it was as quick as that, eh? Cut it out. Remember when you're cutting to move the cardstock and not your scissors. I'm not brilliant at leaving the edges. I think it's because when you were a child, you were always taught to cut on the line, weren't you? Well, I was. I just can't get out of that habit. Because it's recommended that you leave a a nice little white border around the edge. Cut this out. If I can, I'll get this video up today. I'm not sure it will be on my blog this evening, as I've got a few things I need to go out and do today. But I will try. I will try my hardest. Right, now I've cut this flower, and I'm going to put lots of Winker Stella on it. Oh, this one's really quite dark. Wow. Oh, I must have lots in this one. This must be a new one. Nope, I do not like that at all. I don't know if you can see that, but that has come out really dark. That is way, way too much. Even though I love Winker Stella, that is way too much. I'm not sure if I can wipe some of it off. Yes, I can. That would spoil it for me. As I say, I love sparkle, but not that much. I hope I've saved that. It's got very dark down here now, isn't it? Sorry folks, I'm going to have to do that again. I'm going to put that pen in another pot so that I don't use it again, because that is awful. Way too harsh. Trial and error, trial and error. I don't want it quite so dark as that, do I? What is the matter with me this morning? It would be so nice if we could put some music on in the background. But I don't have any original music, you know. I don't want to have to start paying so that I can have music on. I remember when I was at work, we used to have to pay a special fee if we wanted to have the radio on in the background in our factory. You would have to pay. Strange. Yeah, you'd have to have a special licence. A bit like a TV licence. Well, since I've seen you, since I've spoken to you last, we've had 3 birthdays. We've had a family. When I say a family, don't worry, we are all in our own, but in a bubble. It's just 2 families. My daughter and her children. Of course, my son still lives with us with his wife and daughter. We had a lovely family barbecue. Thankfully, the rain held off because it was quite chilly, quite windy. And then we had some lovely food in my daughter's house. It was lovely. It was a lovely weekend. My grandchildren are growing up so fast. My eldest granddaughter is now 17, and her dad bought her a car for her birthday, and I cannot believe it. I cannot believe that she is that age. They grow up so fast, which means I'm getting older, but I'm not old, not yet, got a long way to go yet. So I've now got a flower that I can use on here. say I very well may not use it. I think what I might do is add some twine or some ribbon to this before I stick it down. I think I'll pop my mat down first. Make sure I've got no sticky bits on my glue. I'm going to be having my first studio all-day class very soon. I am looking forward to that. Really looking forward to it. What I'm looking forward to most is having a good old chinwag with my ladies. Really am. I've really missed seeing them. So there is your the base card. As I say, I think I might pop some ribbon. And I think we'll use the crinkled seam. I think that's what it's called. Crinkled seam binding ribbon in white. It's a brand new one. So we'll just snip the packet. I never used to use ribbon at all in my crafting until I started with Stampin' Up. And the reason being is that everything matches. I know I'm using white at the moment, but everything does match. So let's see how we go with a bow here. I'm just hoping, against hope, that my daughter does not decide to give me a call now. Because if she does, it will mess up my video, and I'm not going to do it all over again. Whoops, it stuck to my finger. Okay, so there is my ribbon. I might not keep it yet. Let's just see how that looks. I like this crinkled ribbon. Can't see it very well. There we go. Hopefully that's tidy. So possibly have that on there. Now I could use some, maybe have something on here. No, I don't want to cover up I don't want to cover this up. I might just have a label. I might just do a label on there and just have it as a really quite plain card. I am going to spruce it up a little with my Wink of Stella. I'm not going to do it all, obviously, but there are bits of the flowers that I can see. Just shush it up a little bit. Love hearing the birds singing. They're singing away outside. I'm still having trouble with my pesky squirrel. He has now chewed through 3 of the bird feeders, and I've had to chuck them away and buy new ones. So I bought one with it's got like a cage on the outside with the tube in the middle. And do you know what he's managed to do? he has managed to, he tips it so that he can get his nose in there, and he's started gnawing away at the plastic, and he's made a hole in it. They're supposed to be squirrel proof, but he has worked out how to, and they're only sunflower hearts that he's trying to eat. I suppose what I should do is buy some peanuts or something and let him have his own little pot somewhere, and then perhaps he'll leave my other birds' feed alone. But oh, he's a pest. He really is a pest. And I've got bird feeders in the front garden and the back garden, and he goes round if I scare him off out here, which I do, I'm afraid. If I scare him off out here, he runs round the back and starts eating that one while he knows that I'm not going to go running round the back. Cheeky monkey. Right, now I'm going to find a shape that I like to go on there. So I've got these, which are the Stitched So Sweetly dies, or I have the ornate frames. I don't want anything too fancy. I quite like that one. I might use that one. I might use this one. I quite like that one actually. Let's see. Perhaps have one just there. Yes, I like that one. Yeah, I'm going to cut one of these out, and I'm going to use my lovely new. This is new to me. It's not new. The new Stampin' Up. Little small embossing cut and emboss machine. No, not cut, whatever it's called, Jan, really. So it's lovely. It's very neat and compact. So I don't really know what I'm doing. So that's an embossing folder, I believe. This is the one, place the die edge down, so I presume that one goes there. I've only used it once. Look, you can only just see one impression on it, so I'm going to put that on there and hope that this is how it works. Right, here we go. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, it's so smooth. So smooth. That is really nice. I'd forgotten quite how nice it was. So I didn't use it for a long time. I purchased it ages and ages ago, but I didn't use it because I don't know. I've got my Big Shot out on my table, and the other day I was using lots of little dies, and I thought, blimey, this is gonna, you know, take me forever. Just using the one big machine. So I got this out and started playing with it, and I really love it. And what I love is the fact that it's so compact. Lovely. It looks nice too, doesn't it? So my ladies will all get a go of that this week when their classes are return. That is obviously the baby version. There is a bigger version of that machine. This is a lovely lovely set. This is the what do you call it, Pierce Blooms dies. Look how many flowers you get on there. I think that might be next week's video. Beautiful. They're really beautiful. Really beautiful. Okay, stop waffling, Jan, because you are rapidly running out of time. You've been on here for 35 minutes and not done anything. Okay, so now I am going to stick that down what I'm going to do first is I'm going to pop a little piece of tape just to hold my ribbon down in where I want it to be held down. So perhaps there. Let's line that up so we get it instead of guessing. That's it. Take that off. Strange. My nails are a bit longer than they normally are, and yet I can't work with them. And yet I see people with really, really long nails and they craft away, no problem. But I can't do it. Just cannot do it. Right, so let's get some glue on the back of here. So, ooh, come on. Trouble with Tombow. Just pop that down. Oh, better make sure I've got the card the right way. We could have it that way, couldn't we? Let's have a 10th fold. Lovely small border. And it just brings out the colours of the leaves. I think that's pretty straight. What I should have done is done some gold on here somewhere. Do like a bit of gold, maybe on the next one. And then just have the label here. Now, do I want the flower on there? What do you think? Yeah. Do you know what? I think it would perhaps look better if it was darker. I'm just going to stamp another one just to see if it does look any better darker. If not, then I've not wasted anything, have I? I think it might be too much. Is this what you do when you're playing? Or do you know what you're going to do before you start? Or do you just play? Just go straight for it? Some days I'm like that. Some days I've got the idea in my head and I think, right, that's it. That is what I'm going to do. And then other days it's like pulling teeth. It takes me ages to get going. So I have to play with lots of products before the idea comes into my mind. I think what I'll do is I'll put a saying on a sentiment on my tag first, my label rather first, and then I'll decide what to do with the flower. I think that actually does look a bit better, don't you? Kind of gets lost, doesn't it, in there? That gets lost even if you sort of raised it. Right, I'll make the decision when I come to it. Okay, let's have a little clear up. We've got to do the sentiment now. So, the choices we have are happy birthday, thank you. I think we'll stick with happy birthday. And we'll have it one end. My mat is disgusting today too. I'm really not a good example of a demo today. I do hope you've actually stayed this long to see what I've got up to. I expect a lot of people have just thought, oh dear, and clicked off. Right, I'm not going to go with VersaFine today. I am actually going to go with grey granite. Try and get this lined up as best I can. There we go. Loving it. It's very, very delicate. Very, very delicate card. So it's a decision now about as to whether I use the dark or the light. I still think I like the light. I'm going to stick with the light. I'm going to pop this on dimensionals. If I can see them. Honestly, I really don't know why you bother watching me, to be honest. It's so disorganised today. Really is. I shouldn't have come on because it's really not very professional. I've got to open a new packet of these. How many do you get through? Because I get through thousands of these. It costs a fortune, the amount I use. I don't like me labels sagging in the middle either. So I do use, I perhaps go overboard with the dimensionals. I bet there's a lot of sad people out there actually at the moment because they've all got to go back to work. I bet a lot of people have got really used to working from home and really quite enjoy it. I feel quite sorry for them really. So we'll have it about here. It's not straight. That can go on there, and then I am going to just cut stamp rather some leaves so that I can add them to the card. So unfortunately you're going to see me quickly cut these out. I'm really sorry, I've been on here 45 minutes. It really shouldn't take anyone 45 minutes to make one card. I may not even use these, but the option's there. What time am I on? 20 past 11. I shall have to, I've got my aqua aerobics today at 12:15, so I shall have to leave around 11:50, something like that. So I better get my skates on, don't I? Yes. Oops. just a little bit of housekeeping. There is a last chance now to order, last chance promotion to get big discounts on discontinued products. That again is online, not on my shop. You'll see last chance products, and a lot of them are 50% off. So it really is worth you going and having a good old look and see what there is on offer. I say there is a lot of products from the January to June catalogue that's just finished. Again, 50% off. I've not known it actually to have quite so many products at 50% off. Let's say, hurry up while stocks last. And if any of you would like a catalogue, you don't have a catalogue, you don't have a demonstrator, I'd be more than happy to send you one if you're in the UK. So let me know. So that's going to go there. I'm going to put that flat on there and pop a few dimensionals on there. So I'm going to have it like that. So dimensionals on here with some Tombow there. Like that. Just give it a little bit of shape. Like that. And then we'll pop some flowers, leaves rather, under here. And I think, oh, don't need any more, do we? Put it on. What the heck? What the heck? And there you go. Phew. Well, that's it. It took me a long time to get there today, didn't it? Sorry about that. I hope you've enjoyed watching me anyway put this together. Oh, well, let's just pop a before we go, because we haven't got any bling on. I hope you've enjoyed watching. As I say, it was a totally unprepared session today. Totally unprepared. I just thought I can't let you down by not coming on at all. Yeah, so I gave you a few little tips. These gems are absolutely gorgeous. Should we stick this one down here? No. Oh, it's stuck on there now. It won't come off, so there we go. Thank you so much for hanging on in there with me today. I hope you've enjoyed watching and seeing how I put this together. And I just wanted to show you that you can make a card just with one stamp and one stamp set rather. It's beautiful. Absolutely love it. It does look a little bit busy, but in real life it's very, very subtle. Very subtle. As I say, I hope you've enjoyed watching me today. All my details are down below should you need to contact me or would like to purchase any of the products in the online shop. Other than that, have a lovely day and thank you for hanging in there with me. I'll speak to you all again soon. Bye bye now.